All right, Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Haganawa, Yahweh, Achad. All right, Shalom, Akyam. I was a high spirit wind Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem HaKodash. I also want to give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, and what I want to get into today is our women will get their femininity back. All right, whether it's femininity or femininity, okay? But they're going to get their femininity back, okay? Because as you're going to find out, is that one of the attributes that the Most High took from the southern kingdom, well, I said the nation of Israel, but, largely the southern kingdom, is one of the attributes that he took was femininity, all right? The essence of being a woman, the essence, all right? Because the Most High deals with energy. And within men, you have masculine energy. And within women, you have feminine energy. All right, that's how the Most High, the Creator, created us, the greater and lesser spirits. For an example, the sun is perceived as masculine, all right, as a masculine energy. But the moon, the lesser light, is perceived as a feminine energy, all right? So the sun would really personify a man, all right? And the moon would be like a representation of the woman, all right? That calm, tranquil, all right, nourishing spirit, all right? So what the Most High did, because of the curses, and we as a nation started with the men of the nation of Israel, all right? We transgressed the laws, and according to the covenant and Deuteronomy, one of those curses is that he's going to take the femininity from a woman, and we're going to get there right after we get the definition for femininity. So let's get that word femininity.
Femininity.
All right, it says femininity, qualities or attributes regarded as characteristics of women. All right, I'm going to go to Wikipedia. All right, and I'm going to skip to the second paragraph under femininity. All right, it says, the third paragraph. It says, traits such as nurturance. This is under femininity. Traits such as nurturance, sensitivity, sweetness, supportiveness, gentleness, warmth, passivity, cooperativeness, expressiveness, modesty, humility, empathy, affection, tenderness, and being emotional, kind, helpful, devoted, and understanding have been cited as stereotypically feminine. All right? So let's get some of those key words. Nurturance. A woman is a nurturer. What does she do? She nourishes her offspring, and she nourishes her husband with food and kindness and care. All right, gentleness, warmth. So you've been around your woman, that's supposed to be like the spirit of warmth. All right? Passivity, right? She's not supposed to, because what is it? Wait a minute, let me get the scripture. I'm talking too much. All right, let me get scripture. Pull up another tab. I think it's in Timothy's. Woman usurp authority. All right. 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. All right. So when it comes to the dealings between a man and a woman is not supposed to tell her man what to do. A woman is not supposed to have a platform when she has authority, such as a female evangelist. All right. Or any type of leading role, like running for the presiding officer of America, All right, but that's why we're in Babylon. All right, now let's get back to the point. All right, it says, where Where was I? Third paragraph. It says traits such as nurturance, sensitivity, sweetness, supportiveness, gentleness, warmth, passivity, cooperativeness. Yeah, because the man's supposed to be the leader, and a woman is supposed to be cooperative, man. She's supposed to be cooperative, man. She's supposed to cooperate with your leadership. All right? There's not a we're on the same thing. No, you're the captain. You're quarterback in this thing, man. All right? Expressiveness, modesty. All right? A woman is like the woman in this picture. She's dressed modestly, man. All right? She's not showing her cleavage. She's not showing her thighs or even her legs or her like I said, her breast. All right? See, what you're gonna realize is in our homeland, Jerusalem, in the eyes of the Most High, and our forefathers, these modern day women are whores. They're imperial whores. All right? It says humility. These women are not humble. I was just watching the elder in South Carolina with a ugly chick. Ugly, average chick, man, with a board of her rent and expenses that equal to over $1,000 and saying, this is how much I cost. Proud. Most of these women who are high-minded are ugly or average. There are certain countries where a pretty woman is average. And the reason why a pretty woman is average, because the average woman is pretty. And they are not proud. Or some women I've met, you'll run across and they have an accent. You ask them where they from. And they'll be pretty and they'll be gorgeous. But they don't have that proud spirit on them, man. But they'll surpass our women in looks. The American woman, Eve, in looks, man. All right? Humility, empathy. All right? Eve has no care for the plight of the Israelite man in America, man. She has no care, man. All right? Affection, tenderness. That word sounds familiar. So I had to go to the Blue Letter Bible. All right? Let's go to the Blue Letter Bible. All right, Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. And if you go into the definition of feminine, it goes into tender and delicateness. But let's look up that word tender. All right? Tender. All right? Delicateness and tenderness. Tenderness, delicacy of woman. All right? But that goes into what? Being feminine. Our women were so feminine that they were carried around because, hey, during the time of Adam, we was the sons of the Most High. All right? But our women were apparently princesses, man. All right? Delicateness. Let's look up the word delicateness. It says delicate, to be soft, to be delicate, to be dainty, to be delicate, to be of dainty habit, be pampered, to be happy about, take exquisite delight, to make merry over, to make sport of. All right? But it said to be soft. All right? It said to be soft. All right? So delicate basically means soft. Let me just get that definition of dainty. All right? Get that definition of dainty right quick. See if it'll fit that description. All right? Dainty. Something delicious to taste. Well, that too. When a woman is, something choice or pleasing. All right? Let me see. Oh, here we go. This is the right definition. All right? Marked by delicate or diminutive beauty. Esau. Satan is Satan petty, man. All right? This is how, see, your perspective of these modern women change when you have a marker or frame of reference of how they should be. See, the scriptures tell us how women should be. So now we don't have that simp fanatic spirit towards women, man, because we hold them to a standard, a biblical standard. All right? Whether you like it or not. All right? All right, marked by delicate or diminutive beauty, form, or grace. All right. See, these are words that are foreign in nigga culture. All right. Grace is foreign to a Evite in nigga culture, marked by delicate or diminutive beauty, form, or grace. There was a science to how a woman walked. There was a science to how a woman carried herself, man. All right. Showing avoidance of anything rough. Now you women, your hair is rough, your face is rough, your mannerisms are rough, because the Most High took from you that tender and delicate spirit, and ultimately he took from you the spirit of being feminine. The spirit of being feminine. You can only get so far with having the same thing that every other woman on the place of the earth has, and that's called a body. Every woman on earth has a body. Every woman on the earth has a breast and a butt to a certain degree. You can only get so far with that, and that's why nobody is wifing you by American standards. All right? All right, let me get back to that main definition. Second definition under dainty, marked by delicate or diminutive beauty, form, or grace. It's a lot. I want to get that word grace too, because I had this word on my spirit. All right. So I can find that. It says, this is the third definition under grace. It says a charming or attractive trait or characteristic. It says, looks like I got a attack on my phone. All right. Let me get up out of here, man. Say, man. All right. But that was pretty much for grace. Let me get back to the main definition under Wikipedia. It says traits such as nurturance, sensitivity, sweetness, supportiveness, gentleness, warmth, passivity, cooperativeness, expressiveness, modesty, humility, apathy, affection, tenderness, and that's the word that we left off, and being emotional, kind, helpful, devoted, and understanding. And in all honesty, I see this trait more in heathen women than the Israelite woman. All right? Going back to Deuteronomy 28 and 56, where it says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. All right? And you know, beauty is objective. All right, but femininity, beauty is subjective. So what I may like as a brother may be different from what another man likes as a brother. But when it comes to the energy, that feminine energy, that's pretty much universal. All right? Feminine energy is pretty much universal. All right, as far as what is defined as. All right? And now I'm going to get Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. And I'm going to start at the 16th verse. It says, moreover, the Most High saith, Yahweh Shemawashai saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, high-minded, all right, which is the opposite of humble, and walk with stretched forth necks, and won't-turn eyes. Won't-turn means undisciplined. Like, you be walking with a woman, but she's slick making eye contact with another guy, all right? Won't goes back to one, like lack. Like you're wanting in something, you're lacking in something. Ton goes back to tow. Like you tow a car or you pull. So you lack pull, meaning you lack restraint. All right? So our women have a spirit that lacks restraint. They're undisciplined. All right? And they do it under the pretext of dating or being single. And, you know, with the Israelite woman, she's heavy into creep culture. Really, that's the Western woman in general. Creep culture is where you got a man, but you blindsided him because you're having sex with somebody else, in so many words, because it goes back into your spirit of being undisciplined. Walking and missing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. All right, that's your hair. And a woman's hair is her crown. That's her glory. Going back to 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, a woman's glory is her hair. All right, that's why a few years ago you had all those Southern Kingdom women, all right, literally digging wigs out of a dumpster because that was their crown. And where your crown is, that's your self-esteem. All right, that's why when Eve gets her hair done, she's in a whole other spirit. All right, the Israelite woman in general. All right, and Yahweh will discover her secret parts. Yeah, she has no modesty about herself. Then we get one of the definitions of being feminine was modesty. So showing you the Most High is stripping you right here of your femininity. And that day Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calves and their round tires like the moon, which I believe those big circle earrings, those tires. I can get it right quick. Let me, why be lazy? Let me see. Take away their tinkling about their feet and their round tires like the moon. All right, it says moon, crescent as an ornament, ornaments worn on the necks of men, women, and camels. See, I'm glad I read that. Ornaments worn on the necks of men, women, and camels. All right, so it's basically, I could see like probably like a shiny ornament that our women wore in the East. All right, okay. And as a matter of fact, I can see if I could get there right quick. See if it'll pull up just for edification. All right, women, tire, jewelry. So like I misspelled that. Hopefully Google helped me out. Women, tire, jewelry. No, they got tire. Okay, apparently it didn't pull up, but I'm quite sure if I could, if it had a synonym, then I could pull up that synonym. But I just get back to the lesson, all right? But it's basically a form of jewelry, okay? It says, in their round tires like the moon, all right, which is basically a neck ornament, all right? And it says, let me go to Isaiah 3:19. It says, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels. All right, this is what the Most High is taking from our women, because the Most High likened the Most High likened the nation of Israel to a beautiful woman. And when we were in our height and we were in our glory, when the Most High decked us out during the time of King David and King Solomon, that was likened to who we were as a kingdom, was likened to who a woman was, or who was married to a king. All right. So if your woman is doing right, you're going to deck her out. When we was doing right by the Most High, he decked us out. So ultimately, we transgress from the laws of the Most High as his woman. And as our punishment, he's going to strip our woman of their beauty, because he stripped of us of our beauty. All right. Because we transgress. All right. The rings and nose jewels. Verse 22, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. All right, that's why a lot of women, you're going to have sex with them, they have an odor between their legs, man. All right? Or their breath may stink, or they might get musty. In the ancient world, women didn't get musty. We didn't have that processed food and all those preservatives. Women didn't get musty, man, because they were in the phase of their lifetime of their life, they were soaked a total of a year in oils. All right, and 6 months in one type of oil and 6 months in another type of oil. Even if you go into the history, a lot of people who were a part of royalty, a lot of women who were a part of royalty, they were bathed in flowers. All right, so it was evident that our women didn't stink. That's only a modern day curse. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there should be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. Yeah, you got the stomach hanging out over their pants line, and they got the stretch marks on the stomach, man. All right, they have one baby and the body just gives up, it collapses, man. All right, that's a curse. And burning instead of beauty. All right. Yeah, they take off the makeup and the fake eyelashes and the fake hair. A lot of them are not attractive. All right. But that's a part of the curses. All right. And I just want to get that, because Everything that was just read was part of the essence. It's part of what made a woman feminine. See, it's feminine attraction that makes a woman attractive. What the women are using today is the essence of being a harlot. They're attracting men through nudity. That's not feminine. That's of a harlot. That's of a whore. Okay. So, I mean, that's pretty much the point, man. You know, going back to Deuteronomy, all right, Deuteronomy 28:56, how the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not, venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness. All right, showing you that this is a feminine trait of a woman. All right, but our women are going to get their femininity back, man. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah by Shem Rakakodash. That will honor so our apostles, great millstone rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. To the next time, Shalom.